What's up, guys? Welcome back to Game On with Sabina. Today I'm with my friend, a Manchester United fan, and we're gonna speak everything Manchester United, especially everything yesterday. Guys, I had to do a return and I had to do a comeback. And what's the best way to not use a Manchester United fan to just do the comeback, guys? But before we can speak about yesterday's game and what are his thoughts about what happened yesterday regarding Manchester United, like 7-0, we're gonna play a game. So he's gonna be rating all the players that started yesterday. So, Lindo, are you ready to start our game?
Let's try and see.
Let's try and see how you're gonna rate them. Ne? So, out of 10, De Gea.
De Gea out of 10. De Gea
Out of 10.
Good. Yeah. De Gea 2 out of 10 for that one save he made for the goal, just to save the 8th goal, because all of the 7 ones, just went.
So there was gonna be an 8th goal.
Yeah, there was gonna be an 8th goal.
I wish, because I was hoping for an 8th one. I was like, come on, Liverpool, come, keep going. You know, even a 10th one would have been like the most awesomest thing have. Okay, Diego Dalot, I would give him a 3.
Dalot gets a 1. Dalot should have not came out on the second half, because defensively he was not up to par in that game. But going forward, he had proper crosses that if Rashford was on pace with the game, I think he would, if he made passes straight into the box, he made 2 that were fine, but it's just that Rashford didn't follow through to sort of meet them up and then just finish them off. Yeah, so Dalot also defense-wise, because the first Liverpool goal comes between him and Fred. Fred is tracking in. Dalot is going in Anfield, which I don't get why, first of all. And then Fred comes and then closes Dalot's position fine. But he also doesn't look at the pass that's going to be played behind him. So there was no recovery coming on from there on. So that's how we suffered. And then they got this first goal. Then there was
another one.
Shucks.
And in the second half, especially when he gave away those 2 goals easily in the second half.
But then the first half we were fine. The first half we looked proper. We had proper chances than Liverpool.
Yeah,
Liverpool
most definitely. They didn't have anything. They were actually playing a very good game, but they don't have proper goal-scoring opportunities like Manchester United did. Guys, when you hear me saying Manchester City, please forgive me. Like, please forgive me. It's not me. It's the blue in me. Okay, Varane. We know Varane, the most liked player right now in Manchester United. Rating yesterday, he was nowhere to be found.
Varane was on the game, but it's just that if the team is not playing well, then everyone gets sucked into it. Varane. It's even harder to remember his performance as well, because everything was just shambles all the way from when the second half started, and then Shaw made the mistake. We couldn't clear the ball. Then they crossed, and then they got the second goal. And everyone else was just. And
then the favorite, apparently his name was a butcher, and
and then it was Butcher.
And then we have Lisandro Martinez. I think I'm one of his favorite supporter. Like I am, like, because he's really good. But yesterday, so nothing. Salah did the things with him. So what are we rating him?
Martinez probably is.
First half he was good. He wasn't that bad.
First half was Martinez was fine.
Yes.
Going on with the game as well. If Salah doesn't do the twist and turn on him and then he falls, he probably is one guy that can keep his head up out of the game. Martinez. No one is gonna get a 5. Martinez is 4. Probably that's gonna be there.
No one is getting a 5 today. Already, guys, you know the ratings are gonna be 1 until 4. So whoever gets a 4 is lucky from Lindo.
Which is Martinez. And then the rest.
And then we have Casemiro.
Casemiro was also not Casemiro yesterday. He didn't screen, he didn't read the game. Positionally also, he was not the Casemiro we know. Misplaced 2 passes that I saw there. He gave one to Elliot, and then he came back with it. We almost also considered from the mistaken pass that Casemiro misplaced there. But Casemiro gets a 2. He was also not. He was also not.
Guys!
Casemiro
is getting a 2.
Those guys were
from a Manchester United fan. No, I don't think when you're a fan, you're like a diehard Manchester United. So he's getting a 2. Oh wow. Okay, Fred. Batong Pastor Fred.
If there was a if Fred gets one for effort for being in the game. Otherwise, we are not considering the first goal if Fred just checks behind himself there what's going on. He's closing that ball nicely because he just slides in. The ball is gonna hit his board and then we recover from there. Then there's also Fred also had too many sort of delaying tactics, still at 0-0, which I didn't get. Because there was a throw-in that we were supposed to have. We could have countered with Anthony on the one side there, but Fred just didn't play the ball. He walked with it to the ref. So, yeah, Fred was also not the guy yesterday.
So we're giving him one.
Fred
one
is
for
getting
effort.
for being on the pitch.
For being on the pitch. And then we have Anthony.
Anthony has been backed by, I've followed a few Man U fans, Twitter, I watch YouTube videos of the United stand. Yeah, they've been trying to get Anthony going, but we haven't got. I can't remember a game where Anthony took the game by the scruff of the neck and then made it his own. Like more or less he did with Ajax.
Yeah.
So Anthony also is not just above one. Maybe
a lot of people are saying he's
there
not.
There was also a pass that Bruno played to him. Instead of taking on the defense, eliminate one defense and then get Rashford a proper cross. He just played a casual ball and then the ball was kicked out for a corner. Now a throw in there. So yeah, Anthony was also not. Also the other problem with him, it's switching wings. Once he goes to the right side,
a lot of people are actually complaining about him. They feel like he's not a Manchester United player.
The other thing is we also should remember that Anthony just got like more or less the same time. People were patient with Nunes. People were patient with Gakpo.
Exactly. Because we all know they're not playing. They've never played in the Premier League.
Yeah, there's patience that goes on there. But then, whenever the player is not on your club, then you are quick to say that,
But sometimes it's also the United fans who feel the same.
That's valid based on the performances that he has been showing off. But remember the same thing. Chelsea has Mudryk there. That hasn't scored for the money he came in. He should be scoring on his first game.
Exactly.
We also have who else? Enzo is not also. Chelsea bought a lot of players that
and very good players also, but
it's
still nothing is happening.
Got anything out of them. Gakpo didn't come and then hit other things going on straight on there. So ish.
And then we have. Am I calling him correctly? I think I'm always struggling calling him his name.
The Dutch.
What about him? Are we?
Yes. Also did. He tried first half.
What are we giving him? Wait. We didn't give Anthony anything.
Anthony's getting a 2.
Okay, a 2.
Yeah, it's just
okay, a 2. And then him?
Venkos. Probably Venkos gets a 3. Because he's just a workhorse. There's nothing much we're expecting out of him out of the game to track back. Because he's not going to score as much as he should be scoring as a number 9. He should be using that height. They're also not playing to his advantage as well. So, Venkos, 3 is enough for Venkos. Nothing much I can say out of him besides. I also remember him complaining to the ref 2 times.
And then we have your captain, Bruno, who is supposed to show a better character. But I was very disappointed with him. He looked like he wanted to be subbed. He looked like he wanted out. He was complaining to the referee. He just felt like this is it. And he started walking in the last 15 minutes. And I was like, you are a captain. You need to at least show class to the other players. What are we giving him? For the fact that he's also a captain, you should minus a point. So if you're giving him a 3, I am minusing a 1. Then it becomes a 2.
Then if he gets a 1, he gets nothing.
He gets nothing.
Bruno played one proper pass that we could have scored out of. Also, he had that ball that he headed across the goal, a Dalot cross, and then, there was his header there. If it was Rashford, that's a goal, but it was him, then he didn't finish it up nicely. That's why we struggled. We could have scored first in that game out of the chance that he had, but then he just didn't finish it off. So Bruno and Fred are 1 for effort. So
I'm keeping my promise. I said if Bruno gets a point, I minus.
Then Bruno gets a 0 for you.
For me, Bruno gets a 0, guys. And then we have Rashford.
Rashford was also off pace. I don't know if they're tired or what went on in that game, but that's not the menu we have been watched the past sort of games going to Anfield there. Or I don't know if it's the Anfield thing that also played in their mind. So they also didn't, because they didn't look up for that game. The start of it, we were also too many. Errors, too many off players, too many chances that could have been scored on any other day were just not going in. Shaw played a nice cross to Rashford. It was between Konate and Van Dijk there. And Rashford just let it through. He didn't finish it with the proper vigor that could have resulted to a goal. So yeah, Rashford a 2. Yeah, so yeah, that was just proper shambles there.
Yesterday, guys, it was
Yeah,
like my
yesterday
favorite
was-
day ever. I felt like it was the best Sunday ever. And then let's get into the substitution. Ilanga.
I don't even see Alanga. Was I watching by the time they came on? I don't know.
What? You didn't even watch until the end.
I was on my phone, replying to most of you guys there.
You stopped watching at what
Not
time?
that I stopped, but the game was just still playing.
Oh, okay. And you were like, I'm done with this, and I'm done with this. And then Ganacho.
Ganacho came on fine. I was still
Yes,
watching
yes.
when Ganacho came on. He tried to take on players, but then there was just no support there for him. Probably also, if you take Anthony out at 2 or 3, maybe we could have made something out of the game. But yeah, Ganacho gets a 3. He didn't look bad.
And then I think lastly, your coach.
McTominay also played.
Oh, McTominay also did. Yes. McTominay went in for Fred.
McTominay tried
Went
to
in
close
for
off
free.
the 4th goal. He slid in fine because they were on a counter there. Yeah, but it's just that the ball fell back on to Salah, and then Salah finished off. Yeah, McTominay gets a 3.
Okay. And then Malaysia, who went in for Martinez.
Malaysia. There's also too many subs that went on.
Yes.
So,
yes.
of which the game was already dead because I don't remember Ten Hag making so many subs that are defensive when a game you're supposed to go and win as well. Malaysia, I also don't remember much of Malaysia's performance there. So Malaysia gets a 3
A 3.
because I don't remember much.
But you gave Bruno even.
Because
Wesa.
Bruno started the game.
Oh,
Bruno
yeah.
played a casual pass,
Yeah.
that he also didn't follow when the ball was picked up by Anthony there. Of which I feel if we had more guys going forward, Anthony could have waited for them as much. He was also casual. It's either Anthony beats the defender, he crosses the ball, and then we have a chance of scoring with Rashford. Or Bruno plays the pass fine, the pass is proper, and then he goes and joins in. Then he gives Anthony another option of maybe playing the ball back to him crossing it, and then maybe we could have got something out of the game.
And then least Nyana, the final person, your coach, your manager, Ten Hag. What are we giving him? What are we giving Ten Hag, guys?
Ten Hag had too many experiments going on there as well.
Yeah, it was. I think when he came in, he was thinking that Liverpool are not in their best form. They're coming from beating Barcelona. You guys just made it to the FA quarterfinals. You just won a cup that we forgot now. I feel like yesterday's game overshadowed the fact that you guys, you've won against Barcelona. You've just made it to the FA Cup quarterfinal, and then you just won the Carabao Cup. Yesterday just erased that, and it felt like you guys did nothing. It felt like the Manchester United we knew from the beginning. But what are we giving Ten Hag?
Maybe that's for you rival fans. Yeah.
He doesn't want to agree.
No, I can't agree to such. One game can just wipe off everything.
No. I am not saying it's wiping off anything, but I'm just saying yesterday's game overshadowed the fact that you guys you've been winning. It felt like you guys are actually going back, and it felt like people are saying you're no longer contenders. Do you think that's what's happening?
I didn't see us with that squad as contenders. I've never said
when you guys were winning, you were busy saying you are contenders. Now that you've lost yesterday already.
Then send them back to you. I've never said we are winning the league or we are part of the contenders of the league. I've always said to most people that we don't have the squad to go
Yes.
all the way. Out of all the games that we have to still play there, we don't have backup to Casemiro. You saw when Casemiro gets injured, we go back. We struggle. We also still don't have a backup for Bruno. Bruno has to shift his left, his right. His proper position is probably playing in the middle, which is why probably gets frustrated because on each and every game that everyone gets rested, he still has to be there to plug in the space. I don't know if we don't have a right wing or we don't have a left wing. I don't know if Ten Hag doesn't trust Anthony enough at times to just sort of play Bruno on the left or on the right, and then play Rashford with Venkos as well. So yeah, there's a bit of too many things that are also Ten Hag probably could have.
Is he getting the 5 at least? No.
Ten Hag, no one gets a 5. Ten Hag also is on the, he's on the 4 mark there as well. But it's just that with him, whatever he did going to that game, I feel also the players didn't match up to his level of dedication and confidence going to Anfield as well. Because of everything he said, if your manager begs you that way, that yeah, the crowd is gonna be hostile, then you should know, you should be up for whatever comes on there. He told you, you also know when you're going to Anfield what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
We haven't won at Anfield for 6-7 years, and then you go in and then you put a decent enough performance on the first half. But come the second half, you down tools, they score the second goal, you stop playing. And they come.
And they didn't look like people who just like, they didn't look like players who were winning now, because everyone, I think after the third goal, everyone was just starting to be flat. Everyone was no longer, we're no longer defending. Now you've got players, their body, you were just seeing that they're not even interested anymore.
The second goal came too quick. I feel the second goal took the wind out of them instead of, their belief was, down from, when the Liverpool scored the second goal quick, we didn't believe that we could come back and then win that game.
But that was a bad loss. That was a very bad loss, especially for a team that is on form.
For what they've done up until Anfield, they've been, not perfect, but they've showed that they can do something. Not win maybe the Premier League this year.
No, we're not winning the Premier League, obviously. No, guys, you were never going to win the Premier League. At least, I think, like you said, the main important thing was just getting to top four.
Sure. But
you were aiming to win the Premier League. It's okay to admit it. I feel like
I never said
I'm not saying you, but I feel like a lot of Manchester United fans right now are saying, no, we just wanted top four because of yesterday's performances. But you guys, this whole week you were making noise about the return of Anfield you guys are talking about the return, and you're talking about you have the best manager. You've got Casemiro, and you're coming for and at that time you are what? You guys are like how many points? 11 points from Arsenal.
It's 63 on 49. So you do the math there.
So
I've never said we're gonna win the league on my side. And
on your side, I take it from the beginning. I think you said to me, I just want to get to top four.
So
I'll forgive you on that one, because at least when you've said it, that you know what, we guys, we're not gonna win this. We're not gonna win the league.
Yeah, I've heard with most people. I just said, if maybe we signed, if we got with this guy De Jong and Casemiro at the same time, then at least we have a midfield that when Casemiro is there, we can use some. As much as De Jong won't be the same as Casemiro, but it gives us options, and then we get Sabitzer to add on them. Eriksen was also not injured. Then,
but what's up with Ten Hag not playing Sancho more?
Because he's still recovering him from whatever.
I don't know, but I feel like yesterday's game he could have taken that risk of playing
Sancho, but also you play him, then you're putting him out there for everyone to come back and then bombast on him. He was also not mental issues, things there, so depressions and vibes.
Depression is real, guys. It's not a joke. It's real, and we're not going to talk about that, but it's real.
Yeah, he's still nursing him fine there. So you also don't want to put such players to the Anfield crowd, and then if you put Sancho in and then they lose 7-0, then he's part of the guys that the Man U fans also has to go into that. Sancho has not been that, and then all of a sudden now he's been putting enough decent performances. So if you get him off and then the fans attack him, then he's not gonna come back anymore.
Okay, if right now we're going to next summer transfer, if there's any player that you would choose and you say Manchester United needs to get him, who would it be?
I need a number 9, Kane or Osimhen, the Napoli guy. And then maybe the guys that are there already on loan, we should sign them permanently, because they've shown enough that they can do a job, as much as they won't be first choice. And then we need Maguire off, and then replace him as well.
I think Maguire is going to leave next summer.
If
definitely.
He leaves,
Martial also.
Martial can also. If Martial is fine with staying and then be a backup for whoever comes.
But that's the thing, he's not been given enough time to play also.
He's also not been available enough to be given enough time to play.
Do you think he would want to stay? Because if I look at it, I don't think Ten Hag has anything for him right now.
Ten Hag thirsts Martial. Ten Hag still has something for Martial on this. I feel it's that way, because whenever Martial has come on out of the injuries, he's thrown him in the squad. He played him during when we played City.
Yes.
He was still coming out of an injury there.
And he scored. And he scored again.
No,
against City. He did.
On the 6-3 one.
Yeah, the 6-3 one.
Yeah, there on that one he played, and then he scored. Yeah, we won the second half as much as we lost the whole game, but yeah, that's not the case.
That's not the case. Let's get back to Liverpool. What do you think yesterday Liverpool's won meant to them? Because we've been talking about how Liverpool, they've not been standard this season. We spoke about, people were saying eras of Liverpool are ending. And we had people saying, not having money, it's just changed the whole Liverpool form. And, but now we're looking at it. Remember, we used to have Firmino, Mane, and also and Salah. But do you think now, are we getting the same trio again using Gakpo and Nunez? Are we getting that same?
No, I don't think there's lethal as Firmino, Mane.
But remember, with Firmino, Mane, and Salah, for them it was like more of, they quickly managed to gel with each other. But I think with this one, it's more about yes, they're still getting there. And but can it happen? But we saw it yesterday. It looked like there could be something.
Yesterday they played an off team.
Yeah. They played an off team.
Score against Palace.
But they're the worst team. They were against. Between you two, they were the worst team.
Going into the game.
Not going into the game. They've been worse this season. But they've been worse this season.
You can't say. They were also on
the top
upside.
six.
When they
top six, except
when
Chelsea.
When they played Newcastle, they also looked like the Liverpool.
Yes.
And then I think a goalkeeper got a red card or something. Yeah, and then against 10 men, they looked like the Liverpool you sort of know. So they're not as bad as well. They were up on a proper challenge for the top four. I think
especially with Spurs, especially with Spurs dropping points,
and Newcastle as well lost against City the 2-0 game. Yeah, so they're also on the up. Liverpool should they have a challenge to go for the top four, but then they have to be consistent enough to get in there and then put in the proper.
But I think yesterday's performances is what they needed to actually say we're still in the run for the top four. Obviously not for the league, but we're still running for the top four, and we're still the Liverpool that we're still able to bring it on. I hope they do the same with Arsenal.
For your own things, there.
For my own, it's very important they do the same with Arsenal.
I wouldn't say they are back until I see maybe the next two games, because the same thing happened when I think they beat Bournemouth 9-0 or something.
Yes, they did, and then they started dropping
the
again.
Games they didn't follow through. They scored 2 goals against Madrid. They lost that game. So unless then if that's a proper change, then the next 2 games I'll see from there, and then I can make something out of them. But they have a proper chance of going for the top 4. They looked like Liverpool yesterday. Counter,
I know.
They were fast. They were up for that one game. They were ready for more than Man U was. The fans, they were loud from start, and then Anfield was Anfield.
That's the thing. Anfield is one place when you go there to play, you need to understand the fans. They will butcher you there. And I don't know, but like, it's not everyone who manages to win at Anfield. But we had.
Anfield, you go with I'm sure if whatever plan Ten Hag had, I don't feel like as if those guys did stick to it.
Yes, no, he said that I think I watched I've read one of his response to the conferences. He spoke about he had a plan and a lot of players did not stick to it, and that's what made him actually mad at, to say we had a plan, you guys did not see it through, and for the fact that after scoring you just like decided to just let go. They didn't even protect each other when they were playing.
Yeah, after the second goal,
everyone was just on their own. It became like an individual thing now.
After the second goal, the third goal, they were supposed to just, the senior players, Casemiro, Varane, De Gea, Bruno, you call the guys like, okay, it's 3-0, there's no chance maybe of winning this game. You shut shop, you let at least 3-0.
At least 3-0, just not 7.
Hey, 7 is a lot.
7 was a lot. We had, I think for Liverpool, this is the start of us seeing Liverpool actually. I don't know, I feel like they're going to get into top 4 if they keep the same momentum and keep the same standard.
Spurs is also an up and down team. They have the upper hand in getting into the top 4 because they won. That was a big game for them to win. That was a proper booster for them going forward. But I don't see. Part of me doesn't see them getting into the top 4. But at the same time, how they played yesterday, if we go by yesterday, if that's the standard from here on, then they're easily making the top 4. They could also threaten us for that.
Guys, thank you for showing up. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and I think we're all happy. As a Manchester City fan, this was the most humbling experience ever. I felt like all the Manchester United needed, deserved. I liked it for myself. Because guys, a lot of Manchester United fans were talking way too much. They were getting all louder. They felt like they were just winning everything now. We're just winning the Carabao Cup.
The team was performing.
No, but you guys were performing until you got to Anfield.
Anfield is one game. Any other team, at some point.
Especially, you remember, like I said, you're coming from winning against Barcelona. You won the Carabao Cup, and you guys you've been very consistent. And then you get to Anfield and you flank. Like it didn't feel like you guys were winning games yesterday.
Hey man, if there's one coach that's gonna get that thing right, it's the guy that we already have there, Ten Hag.
No,
It's
definitely.
not the first time that we have such a bad game against City. As much as it was 6-3, that game could have ended badly as well.
Brentford
the 4-0
also.
halftime. You see what was done at Brentford. It was 4-0 halftime. They came second half consolidated. It ends there. Same thing. They should have done the same approach against Liverpool. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, consolidate, and then you just shut shop, and then it goes on from there.
That's what we have from a Manchester United fan, guys. Like no one got a 5. That's how bad it was.
That was
no
poor.
one got a 5. It was really poor for the United fans out there. But we're happy, and you remain there. They're not winning the league. I'm not worried about them winning the league. You were never gonna win the league. You're not gonna win you're not gonna win the FA Cup.
The
hopefully.
proper apology is us winning the Europa and the FA Cup. Then those two we are up for. I think the Liverpool game gave us enough things to sort of.
I think that's what you needed to see that it's not gonna be easy.
To go, also for those guys to sort of grow up and see games are not just gonna come at you and then you're gonna win them
all the time.
Yeah, more or less the same thing happened with Barca as well when they equalized, because when we went to a sort of down tools and then they scored. It was 2-2 away. Home they scored first. The hair could have saved the penalty there as well, but going to Anfield was 0-0 fine. We just thought we were gonna defend enough, and then the game is gonna come to us as we sort of go, but it never happened. The game went way away.
It was really bad. So thank you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like and comment, and everything Manchester United today. Bye.